the not exclusive Indiana Jones preview went out, and I've been watching a bunch of videos. So it's made by the same guys that made it's Sledgehammer Games, not Sledgehammer. What's the name of the guys?
Treyarch?
Not Treyarch. The guys who made Wolfenstein.
Oh, that's
It's software.
no, it's it starts with a B.
Oh yeah, Bethesda, but the
It's
team,
Bethesda.
yeah.
Thank you.
but the team inside
it-
Bethesda that made
Wolfenstein is ZeniMax. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean it's ZeniMax, but I'll get it. But it's that team right there. So I thought it was going to be like very heavy shooter based, but it's being explained as an Indiana Jones.
Are they going off the movies or no?
I mean, yeah, they're going off the movies. They're trying to make it as like as actual as they can.
Realistic.
Yeah, so it's being called the Indiana Jones. What do you call those drivers that are very realistic? Simulators?
Yeah.
It's been called a Indiana Jones simulator. So you can see in
That's
the clip,
interesting.
it's a lot of like
Or is it
fighting
VR?
and fist work and everything like that. And if
Oh,
you ever
that's
played,
just the fucking first movie. They're just fighting one dude.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right. So apparently, there are some parts of the game that are very slow. That you're going to be sneaking around a little bit. You're going to be fighting. You're not really going to be using your gun as much as like your whip in the game. You're going to be solving
good.
puzzles, going
Yeah.
through tombs. All this stuff seems like stuff I want to do, even though it's a first-person shooter game, which I'm kind of like, eh. But like you see,
There's
like
a-
you gotta.
I was gonna say there's a lot of games that are actually coming out with this type of style that is very enjoyable.
It's like third-person shooter is how it started out. Though they got front view.
One
Now
thing
it's
is
just a-
cool is like when you're
Go ahead.
climbing with the rope, it turns into like a third person and it gets back into a first person game.
That's
when you
cool.
Yeah, exactly. I thought so too. You're gonna have to like befriend people, and if you know the movies, Troy Baker's playing Indiana Jones, and he sounds just like young Harrison Ford. He's amazing.
That's
Troy Baker-
awesome.
Troy Baker
Rest
can like
in
play
peace
anybody,
to,
right?
Rest in peace to him, man.
I mean, yeah,
He passed?
yeah.
No, I'm
Oh, about
just
to say-
saying.
oh,
Rest
you're
in
talking
peace
about-
to his career.
Oh yeah, about to
He
say.
hasn't done anything in years.
I was like, what? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, even from Uncharted to everything,
Shit.
they like you see right here, how he's climbing up,
Yeah, that's actually
and
what?
then
It's a PlayStation exclusive. What is it?
it is a
Uh,
it is
It's a PlayStation
Uncharted?
exclusive. Thank you.
Uncharted.
It kind of reminds me of Uncharted.
I thought it
I
was
mean,
gonna be
well, that's
Uncharted
where Uncharted pulled a lot of his shit. Uncharted, Tomb Raider, pulled all that shit from fucking Indiana Jones.
So all the people who
Like-
have actually, yeah, you're absolutely right, Will. So all the people who played the game have said all the insiders, I guess you could say, the general statement is that it's more like what's the really sneaky game that's a first person
Thief?
Thief? Yeah, they said they said it's a mix between Thief and like Uncharted-ish, but with less action. It's more of a slower pace because it's less gunfights and more like puzzles and sneaking around big areas, finding out where you need to go, multiple routes to get to multiple places. So they say I'm gonna read the article in a second, but they said it's a mixture between Thief, Uncharted, and
Tomb Raider.
not Tomb Raider. It's a game where it's a first-person shooter where you have powers. It's a Bethesda game. You sneak around. Gosh, what is the name of this game? I need help, guys. It is a Bethesda game. You sneak around. You have powers. In the second game, you either be this person or the person's daughter.
Biohazard?
Not Biohazard. It's Sugar. What is it?
What's the game?
It's a Bethesda game.
Oh, you got beat a stick.
Oh, it's okay. So first off, Bethesda. Go ahead.
It's a game where you sneak around. You have powers. You have a knife. There's rats.
Dishonored.
Dishonored. Yeah.
I just like we're like you had the daughter in the game. Like that's the second game. Second game.
Second game. Yeah. So they say it's a lot like Dishonored. You see, you hit them with a broom, hit them with a pot in the pan.
I mean, that's
break
just
the
how
broom.
Indiana Jones fights. He's
Exactly.
Whatever.
And they say you get like other like combos. So the thing why I like this look, one of my favorite first person games of any kind is this game called Breakdown that was made by Namco back in the day. It is an amazing game, and I only know one other person who played it. I forget my friend that works over at Blue Dragon, Sean. So me and him talking about it, and me and him, and he's like, I thought nobody else played. I said, I thought nobody else played the game either. It's an amazing game. It's called Breakdown. If you never played it, it was like an Xbox exclusive. It's amazing. But this first person like view and how you're fighting and how you're like you have combos with your fists and everything, you can kick and stuff. It reminds me of that, and I'm with it. So
I think it's about time that we had more games like this. I mean, every time that someone dipped their toe in the pool for like a first-person game that kind of like goes outside of the norm, they're around for a little bit and then it just goes away. Example of that for me would be Mirror's Edge. I really enjoyed the concept of Mirror's Edge, and I wanted to see what they could do more with it, but it just wasn't popular enough, and fucking EA likes to kill developers, so they were like, DICE, it's cool that you're making this really innovative game, but would you like to make Battlefield and die?
Exactly.
I mean, my favorite Battlefield was the most hated Battlefield, the ones with the cops and police.
Oh, Hardline.
Hardline.
I've never played Hardline.
I played Hardline. It's pretty good actually.
It's good.
You gotta handcuff people and stuff like that. It's actually pretty inventive. You're like an undercover cop.
It's good. Yeah, really I loved it.
It's really good.
Well, that's the thing. Modern shooters are just, in my personal opinion, are boring as fuck. That's what I say when we were talking about Call of Duty. Call of Duty just has felt like the same fucking game. But even when I thought it was going to change, when they rebooted Modern Warfare the Modern Warfare series, Modern Warfare 1 remake, I was like, oh, cool, this is going to be different. And then I played them like, oh, it's just fucking same game. They added a few like story mechanics to it that were slightly different, but it's still like the same game, and that makes me sad because I want something fucking different. Damn it!
This Indiana Jones definitely looks different. It gives me vibes of Breakdown. Gives me vibes of the game that you said, Will.
Dishonored.
No, the girl who.
Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge with the without the parkour. Mirror's Edge has some cool parkour stuff going on. According to the article, it says a dark stormy night, Indiana Jones, The Great Circle. My demo session began. I make my way through the halls of Marshall College, which is the college. So they're going to have like 3 or 4 big areas that you actually can like go around, leaving a muddy trail of footprints and destruction in their wake. The people who are breaking in. He said, I'm following in pursuit of a mysterious trespasser, but I can't stop myself from getting distracted by all my surroundings. I quickly veer off. And oh, this is gonna be terrible for me because I am a stop and look type of player. Like I'd be horrible playing a first-person game on stream because I would just be wanting to stop and look at everything. It says that
you're better off playing Wolfenstein because that's where you got to run around and look for stuff.
Yeah.
Which
the first one was just run and gun.
No.
The second one was had multiple things you could do. It almost to a point where it almost felt weird for being a Wolfenstein game, to be completely honest.
It was open world with a lot of violence.
I got it downloaded. I just haven't played it yet.
Yeah, the second one was the first one was the New Order.
It was running.
The second one was something Colossus.
It was still a running gun, but the thing is, you can still stop and find trophies.
Yeah, and there were like a lot of like hidden areas. There were like little side missions that would take you back to like previous missions, but in like different routes and stuff. And halfway through the game, like gameplay literally changes for BJ, like through like about midway through the game.
You see this right here. The article actually talks about some of this stuff, like going off to the side paths. You'll find things like that might be helpful later, like taking a picture of so and so and then using that as to get back on a puzzle that might happen later on in the game and stuff like that. So stuff like that's really like, some people say boring, but I like I remember the newer. Well, not the newest, but the newer Lara Croft games, the Tomb Raider games, the puzzles inside the tombs. I enjoyed that even more than the combat sometimes.
In that game they were good, but then after a while, the problem with the Tomb Raider games with those little like side tombs was it became samey after a while. Like, and I hope this game doesn't have that feel to it. Like Indiana Jones, each of the movies have like a fresh thing.
Like
right
here, you're doing older games. You see it right here, like you're doing like the what like.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping that it stays fresh. You're not just encountering very similar puzzles every time. Like I know there has to be a structure to it because the Uncharted game has done this, where it's like they have a similar structure to them somewhat, but it feels different every time because you're not trying to save
And they're
or trying to change reinvent the wheel essentially with these puzzles.
And they're pretty
But keeping
grandiose
them
in Uncharted
interesting.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so